In today's video, we're working on day 20, seasonal. Reflect today's weather or season in fabric. Hi everyone, I'm Jackie of Junk Gal 63 Studio, and here we do all things with scrap fabric. Right now, it is a windy, blustery, snowy day here in central Wisconsin, the kind where snowflakes dance sideways and the trees sound like they're whispering secrets. So today's quilt block, a sweet little snowman, is absolutely perfect for where I'm at. But hey, if you're watching from somewhere warm and sunny, I hope you're soaking in that sunshine for the rest of us. I found this snowman in EQ8 and made a few modifications to keep the pattern simple and fun for all of you. You'll find the link to the pattern in the description box below. It has all the pieces ready to cut out. You can make this pattern your own. You could make it scrappy, modern, bold, or totally crazy. Anything goes in this challenge. For each day, a prompt will be provided to help you generate ideas. I've got a free prompt sheet for you to download. The link is below. I'll be making each block 12 inches square, and on the last day, we'll complete the final block and put the quilt together using the quilt as you go method. And remember, no rules, no perfection. Let's get started. Let's go over the materials you're going to need for today's block. Go ahead and go over to my Gumroad shop and download the free pattern. So you'll need the pattern, you'll need some scrap fabric pieces according to the pattern and your liking. You'll need one piece of batting, one piece of backing fabric. Both of those are 12.5 inches square. A ruler to cut out your fabric, your iron and ironing surface, and basic sewing notions. All right, let's jump in. The first thing you want to do is cut out all of your pattern pieces. And you can see here I did that just like this. And then I chose fabrics that kind of reminded me of today, some soft whites, icy blue, and a pop of color for the scarf. And here's my scarf. How cute. And it even has snowflakes on it. If you're somewhere warm, go wild with those tropical vibes. Make your snowman reflect your weather or season, whatever you want to do. Some of the pieces do need more than one piece of fabric. For example, this one, part C, needs 3 pieces. 2 are the same and 1 is different. And how I cut my pieces out, I just cut out my pattern pieces with scissors, my paper scissors, and then I laid it on top of the fabric and I used my rotary cutter and my rotating mat, and that's how I cut them. The first thing we need to do is kind of look at our pattern, and we want to start laying out our pieces. Let me grab a design board for that. All right, I've got a design board, and if you look at your pattern, and now we've lost our pattern, right? We need A, B, A at the top. So I'm going to grab A and just place those up here because that's row 1. I made it so that each one is a row. Next we need B, which is the hat, and I just chose some black fabric for the hat. So we know that goes there. Next we need our C fabrics. C goes along here. So we'll just place them like this. Our hat brim is right there. And then there's this piece. Our next row, we start with H. They're not all in order. Here is H, and it goes this way. I chose a bright color for my background, but you pick whatever you'd like. Next is J, so I need to grab J. This is the body of our snowman, and it's kind of a white and gray. So there's that. Then we need K and M. So let's grab K, and K is like this, and then N is our nose, And that's kind of like that. And then we need M. And M is going to be like that. Each one of these has a 1/4 inch seam allowance, so they should fit together okay. So far, this is what we have. And then over here, we need D. So let's go back up and grab D. And we'll place that right there. The next row, we need F. And F goes like that. And we also need, there's F, and then we need 2 more Fs. I actually messed up, so I need to cut 1 more F and an F here. And then we need I, and that's the scarf, and that goes right there. And then we need L. It's kind of like a puzzle, right? And here is L. Over here for this block, we need O, and that will go like that. And then we need the rest of the scarf, which is P, like that. I think that's right. There we go. And then we need E, and E will go like that. And then our last row is F, and like I said, I have to cut 1 more F. We need a G, which is the bottom of the body, and then the F. I'm going to go cut that last piece, and I'll be right back. Okay, the missing F is now on board with us, and this is what it's going to look like. Let me grab all these pattern pieces and move them out of the way. There we go. And then we'll just start at the top. A will connect to B, B connects to A. Let's do that. Let's press those seams. And just like that, we've got 1 row done. Let's put that back up there. Same thing with row 2. Sew those together on both sides. Sewn. Okay, let's put together let's see, this goes here, and did I cut that one correctly? I think it has to go like that. Okay, so then we need H to J, so we'll go ahead and do that. All right, we sewed H to J. Now we need to sew K to N, and we'll just flip those and match those up. Just like that. And these 2 connected look like that. Then we will flip up this bottom piece and sew that on the bottom of the nose. They should fit together pretty good if I did it correctly. So we'll go ahead and sew those together. I am going to put these 2 together and sew, I think it goes like that actually. Let me see. Yes. This piece on the end, which is D, will bring D and connect it right here. Not too shabby. Then we'll bring these 2 together and then sew that, and we will have row 3 done. And here's row 3. Let's sew this middle together, the scarf, with this. That will be I to L. Then we need to sew these 3 pieces together here. O to P, then P to E. So we will bring these 2 together and sew that. Then we'll lay this on here and sew those 2 together. Then this to this, F to I and L, and then this 3 patch that we just did, we will attach that to I and L in the center. So far so good, and we have one last row left. So we'll sew these 2 here. We'll sew this one here, press those seams, and then press them open. There he is. Now all we have to do is sew each row together, match them up the best you can. Some may be a little off. Like I said, I'm not an accurate sewer, so we'll just do the best we can. We do have an allowance to trim to 12-inch square, and we'll take advantage of that, right? Here is row 1 and 2 combined, and just continue adding rows until you have all the rows combined. Oh my goodness, guys. I think he turned out so cute. And there were a few intricate parts that I was worried about, but I should not have been worried. We did it. And I can just imagine, like, if you wanted to do really scrappy with the background, you could certainly do that. But you know what time it is? We need to get this quilted. And while I'm laying this out, okay, right side down on the backing, then the batting. And while I'm laying this out, I just want to let you know that there will not be a video for tomorrow. It is Thanksgiving, and I am thankful for all of you, my viewers. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be spending the day with hubby, and we're going to my daughter's and her family, my son-in-law and 2 grandkids. He's cooking the turkey, so we'll take that. And then I'll be back on Friday, and if we have to, we will double up till we get our 30-day challenge done, right? We want to do this on the 30th. So anyway, just a side note for tomorrow. I think we did pretty good. We've got plenty of room to trim. So cute. Let's see where we're at. Oh yes, we're going to have plenty of room to trim. Now quilt this however you want. I don't know if you have some snowflakes on your sewing machine, but that would kind of be fun in the background to quilt that way. But I hope you have fun with it. Go grab the pattern. The most challenging part was cutting out. The cutting is easy, but that's what took the longest. Sewing these pieces together, it was pretty easy. But I think he turned out so adorable. But let me go get this quilted up, and I'll be back to show you. Here it is, all quilted up. I think it turned out adorable, and I did add some snowflakes. Cute, huh? And then I just did squiggly lines all the way around. And then I did do squiggly lines all the way around. Let's get this squared up. I'm saying that my center is probably about right here, so we'll start with that because we have plenty for our 12 inches. I just need my rotary cutter. And we will flip it around. just like that. And there we have it, guys. Our snowman for our snowy day. I just love, actually I love how puckered it is. It just gives it that old look. And here's the back. I just love that. And just like that, day 20 is done. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a Bible verse and a final thought to encourage you. The Bible verse is from Isaiah 55, verses 10 and 11. For as the rain comes down and the snow from heaven, and do not return there, but water the earth, and make it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater. So shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in the thing for which I sent it. As the snow falls outside my window today, I'm reminded that God is always at work, even when we can't see what's growing beneath the surface. His word settles into our hearts like snow on quiet ground, quiet, gentle, but powerful. Maybe today is an invitation to notice the small, hidden ways He's bringing life, hope, and purpose into your season. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Your kindness, your comments, and your support, they truly brighten my days more than you can ever know. And to those who support my Gumroad shop and shop my affiliate links, you are helping this little scrap-loving corner of the internet continue to grow, and I am so grateful. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and until the next video, God bless you.